Everyone thinks that teens in our world today use alcohol, tobacco, or drugs to cope with everyday struggles. You may think they do.
But they don't. Welcome to the But They Don't podcast, a podcast for teens by teens. Join us as we cover substance use prevention, mental health, community conversations, and more.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the But They Don't podcast. My name is Maggie and I'm here with
Mallory.
Vaping has become a very popular and dangerous thing for teens all around the U.S.
Like an example would be at school. Every time I go into the bathroom or like an empty classroom, there's always like a kid kind of like vaping, or I see like the smoke coming out of the stall. In my science class, we'll have like a lab, and the kids who like get done with the lab early can go back in the classroom, and I'll see them like hit their vapes and stuff when the teacher's not in there. It's a big issue.
Yeah, almost 30% of all high schoolers in America reported to vape daily.
A lot of these teens just think it's cool or helps them de-stress, but they don't know the true danger behind it. A lot of scientists aren't sure about any major long-term effects from vaping at a young age, but they do know the major dangers if you do vape.
EVALI is a major disease that comes from vaping. EVALI stands for e-cigarette or vaping use-associated lung injury. The primary cause of this disease is from the crazy amount of vitamin E acetate that people who vape consume. This is not the only cause of EVALI, though.
How are you diagnosed with EVALI? There isn't a sure way to test EVALI, but most doctors are having to test patients in multiple ways because EVALI shares the same traits as other upper respiratory illnesses. Symptoms include shortness of breath, fever and chills, coughing, vomiting, diarrhea, headaches, dizziness, rapid heart rate, and chest pains. Most doctors will make patients take an X-ray or CT scan in order to find damage of lung tissue and other organs.
Over 2,800 people have been hospitalized because of EVALI, and some have even died. Is there any way to treat this disease? Because this is such a new disease, the illness is really unpredictable. Many doctors are simply sticking with giving their patients antibiotics and other antivirals in order to fight the infection on the patient's lungs, but that doesn't guarantee anything.
The most severe cases of EVALI have forced some sick patients to be put on ventilators because they have such a hard time breathing on their own. Even after being cleared, some patients unfortunately relapse, and some even died after release from the hospital.
This illness alone is scary enough and isn't worth the risk of vaping. So if you ever see a friend or someone else with a vape in their hand, be sure to tell them about the horrors of EVALI. It could be the difference between life and death.
Thank you so much for listening today. Don't forget about our Halloween dance on October 22nd.
That's this Saturday.
Ah! Wait, play the spooky noise. The scary one. Come to the Halloween dance!
Be sure to follow us on social media, Facebook at Pickens County Youth Board, Instagram and TikTok at We Are PC Webby.